Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
This is the Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about their money, their work, and their relationships. We're so excited to have you with us today. 888-825-5225 is the phone number. 888-825-5225. Alongside the lovely Rachel Cruze, I'm Ken Coleman. You ready to go, partner?
I'm ready, partner. What a good day.
It's a good day. Lacey joins us first in Jacksonville, Florida. Lacey, how can we help?
Yes, I'm just trying to get advice. I'm kind of stuck financially. I purchased my home about $400,000 beginning of 2024 with the interest rates. It's not really affordable. I thought that I could refinance, but it's really I make a good salary, but I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck, unable to save. The debt that I have, it's kind of just there hanging around, not going anywhere, and I just want to get out of this house, or I don't really have a solution to remedy this poor financial decision that I made for myself.
Okay. Lacey, how much is your house payment every month?
$3,100.
$3,100. And how much are you bringing home?
After taxes, I bring home about, 56.
Oh my gosh.
100.
Yeah. You can't afford this house. I mean,
No.
That leaves you, $2,000-ish per month. How much are your debt payments on everything else?
Usually over $1,000. My car note is about $400 because I put down about $15,000 on my car, so I owe about $19,000. And then slowly, throughout the last couple of years, I used credit cards here and there. But when I initially purchased the home, I didn't have any credit card debt. I did do an FHA mortgage, so I do have PMI. But yeah, it was definitely a poor financial. I wanted a newer home and wanted a private office space. And I don't know, I've looked at foreclosure, short sale, but the home's kind of, a lot hasn't been taken off of, besides my down payment because of how much is going towards interest.
Well,
so, it's still about $365.
For sure. Well, and I'm just wondering, even with your car payment and other debt, you probably only have $1,000 to do everything, Lacey, of to eat and to pay your bills. Electricity and all of it. Are you going into credit card debt every month to keep just your basics afloat?
Yeah, basically. And then the cycle is vicious because, I pay the payments and then, I'm broke, within a week or less after I'm paid.
I just want to ask the obvious. Are you single?
I am single. I am.
Why
yes.
did you pause? Is there something else we don't know? Yeah, there's something there. What were you pausing about?
Well, I do have my boyfriend. I let him move in with me, but I don't know how long term that's going to be, and I don't really rely upon that. And his income is substantially less, so I don't really count.
Is he paying anything?
He does pay, about 25 to 30%, but it's not enough to give me reprieve or to really make a dent in what's on my plate. Everything's in my name. And
no, I get that, and we would never suggest otherwise. I don't know why I decided to ask that. I had an inkling, but the point is he needs to be. If he's the roommate, I don't care what your relationship status is. He needs to be doing more than that, Rachel. Am I right?
Yeah,
25%
in the short term, but you
gotta get out of this house.
Yeah, I would put this house up for sale.
Yeah, that's the play. Take whatever lumps you're going to take on this, but you got to remove this.
Yeah, and I would just go rent, Lacey. I would not be a homeowner right now because your finances are all over the place. You have a $19,000 car loan. What credit card debt do you have? How much?
About $20,000 total. I added it up.
Okay. What other debt is there?
Well, there's student loan debt.
How much is
that's in
that?
forbearance. It's about $100,000 total.
What'd you get your degree
Because
in?
nursing.
Is that what
but
you do now?
Consolidated. Yes.
Okay.
Why aren't you doing overtime?
Yeah.
Well, I work for private sector right now, but I do have. I'm about to start a second job to do bedside nursing.
Great, but by the way, that's what you've got to do.
Nursing.
I just want to throw that in real quick. Rachel, I know I interrupted, but with your nursing skill, you have got to be working like a crazy woman right now to get the rest of this debt. Forget the house part, but we've got to clean up the house and then the rest of the stuff. But you've got to, there's no life for you. You are using a very valuable skill to be making as much money as possible. And by the way, we've had, I remember a debt-free scream, Rachel, it was probably over a year ago, and it was a travel nurse, and she paid off hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And she just worked like an absolute maniac. So I just want to give you that, Lacey. Sorry, Rachel. I know you were working somewhere.
How long?
What's that?
For how long?
She did it for about 2.5 years. It was a short amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would be looking into some creative solutions just to get your head above water, Lacey. Do you know how much the house is worth right now? So
that's the thing. It's worth about $385, and I owe about $370 on it because much hasn't gone away. So
Sure.
I think that I'm going to come out of negative.
That's fine.
Yeah,
though.
it may be a little bit negative, but I would rather do that and free up $3,100 a month. Now you'll have to pay rent somewhere, but even if you can find a place for $1,800, right? I mean, this starts to free up.
Well, if you're shacking up with a boyfriend, he needs to pay half. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not.
Okay,
wrong.
I just want to make sure.
It may not be long term because it's not really that beneficial to me.
Yeah.
What, he's not?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, kick him to the curb. Why do we, you have no life right now. You're working so hard. We don't have time for a boyfriend. Yeah, I'd kick him to the curb. He's a financial deadbeat anyway.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Any dude worth his weight in salt would have said, I'm going to pay half, babe. Right? But no, he's freeloading off of you to the tune of 25%.
Yeah.
Did you say major turnoff?
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That's great.
Yeah. So Lacey, this house is killing you. Okay. And I know you know that, but that's exactly what I would do. I would sell it. Hopefully as soon as possible. I mean, obviously you don't want to be too urgent because you don't want to sell low. But get a great real estate agent. If you go to RamseySolutions.com and check out our ELPs, we have real estate agents all across the country, and get someone who is good at this. This is what they do. They sell houses. They sell a lot of houses, and you may take a small loss, but that is going to be so worth it because it's going to free up your income. And then you have to start attacking this debt. But in the meantime, Lacey, make sure food, shelter, utilities, transportation is current. Don't get behind on the house. Make sure those things are current. And then you got to step up with the income and you got to pay this debt off. You have a good 2, 3, 4 year journey ahead of you. But I think it's bright. And I think your future's bright and you can do this. It's just some hard, big decisions you have to make with the house and Ken's advice. I'm going to
sum it up. 2 big decisions. We're kicking the boyfriend out and then we're listing the house. Very simple. Life's going to get better immediately.
I've been doing this show for over 30 years, and some of the saddest calls I have taken are from situations that are completely preventable.
Yeah, and what's so hard is I feel like one of those, especially the ones that I'm like, oh, it's terrible, are people that call in and their spouse has passed away suddenly and they don't have life insurance. We actually took a question of a lady and she had 3 kids, pregnant, and husband didn't have life insurance. And I'm like, I can't even imagine. Or even if it was opposite, right? If a mom passed away, there's a dad with kids and trying to figure out, how am I going to afford childcare? How do I outsource some stuff that maybe she was doing? And it just takes the grief and the sadness of something like a sudden death to a whole new level. Like when you have to think through, how am I going to pay my bills?
How am I going to eat next week?
Yeah, the middle of all that grief. It's terrible. And so life insurance is the one thing, especially as a mom with 3 little kids, that I'm like, so big on for people to get because it's inexpensive. Xander is the place that Winston and I actually get all of our life insurance, and we keep re-upping it because I'm like, I just want it there. Like there's something about that safety of knowing that you have money if something suddenly happens.
And it doesn't cost much because Xander shops among a gazillion different companies. It doesn't cost much. You just have to admit that someday you're not going to be here. You got to say it out loud, and you got to say, I'm going to say I love you to my family by taking care of them and taking the time to put this stuff in place. It costs us stinking pizza.
It really is. So that is one thing to do, to say I love you to your family.
So we've used Xander for all of our family's needs for insurance for many years, including, of course, term life insurance. To get a free quote, go to 800-356-4282. That's 800-356-4282, or go to Xander.com.
All right, let's go to Angela, who's joining us in Illinois. Angela, how can we help today?
Hi, thank you so much for taking my phone call.
Sure.
So I'll give a short scenario of kind of what happened. So I'm a 36-year-old female, and my fiancé passed on a motorcycle accident about a month and a half ago or so.
Oh my gosh, Angela.
Angela.
I'm so sorry.
My goodness.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so
Thank you.
tragic. How long were you guys together for?
About 8 years.
Oh my
and so,
gosh.
yeah, and so being 3 weeks from us getting married, we set ourselves up for like a very strong financial future, just like if anything were to ever happen. So I received his life insurance policy, and so I'm kind of in this, like, I didn't expect him to lose him this early in our journey together. And so I'm trying to find out, at 36 years old, and his life insurance policy was $301,000 and some change of that. And after all of our debt is paid, I'm sitting on a chunk of about $120,000.
Okay.
I make about $71,000 before taxes. I'm going to be getting a Social Security check for my son that we had together for essentially, his Social Security. And then
what's that amount?
I have not had a conclusive amount yet, but they had estimated somewhere between $900 to $2,100 estimated per month. And because we weren't married, I don't get like a part of that. But like I said, to be 36 years old, I find myself in a position that I never really anticipated. Right.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
Okay.
So my heart is kind of telling me I'd like to build a generational wealth for us and then for him. And so I've been looking at like compound interest of that type of thing. And then everybody else has kind of like persuaded this idea of estates and what I should be doing with it. And I feel like at this point, my taxes are relatively cheap, like right around $2,100 a year. Electric, gas, I have all city amenities, but my house value, I would say right around like $180,000 with 2 acres, 5 bedrooms. We just bought during COVID at a really great time. And so I just feel like my net worth has been, post all of this, I just feel like I'm just really in a position that I don't want to be, I don't want to be weak in this $120,000. I feel like it's given an opportunity.
Can I ask you something, Angela? Because it goes from 301 to 120. Is that paying off the house?
That's paying off our house.
Okay.
Both vehicles that we have, a camper.
Have you already done all that?
I'm in the midst of. I just paid off the camper because it had a higher interest rate than what we were planning on moving it over to a lower interest rate with my work because I had a better credit union. And then the motorcycle that he passed on, he only held that debt, so that essentially is not part of this life insurance policy concept. So,
well, the only reason I asked, I didn't mean to rabbit trail you, but we want to make sure that you actually do this. This is great because that's going to get you there to where you got 120 left. So the question is, what do you do with the 120? So with all the debt gone, you're going to need an emergency fund. Did you already have an emergency fund for you because you guys were not married? What do you have any of that at all?
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm kind of stuck in that, is that what does an emergency I mean, for me, 3 months worth of bills was where I was sitting with an emergency fund that we sit with cash inside of our safe. So that was just the idea if anybody took anything out of our bank accounts, that was there.
Well, okay.
That's not what we would tell you to do, and you know what 3 months expenses are. You already done that.
How much is it? How much would 3 months be?
Well, prior to all of the debt being paid off, it's right around $13,000. So,
okay.
And you're saying you already have that set aside in cash, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
I would.
Like I
so
said, we were
Angela,
always worried about the digital part, right, of something being stolen. So just having it here.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. You can just put it in a high yield savings account. It's FDIC insured. You are safe. Yeah. You'll be good with that. And I would bump it up to 20 because you have a son. Okay. And again, just as some cushion. So I would put 20 grand, which you already have 13. So it's an extra 7 coming out. So that leaves you with 113,000. And, Angela, you could, with this amount of money, I would spread it over 3 different ways. And if you feel like you don't need to spend any of it and you just want to put it aside, you can totally do that. You could put the whole chunk of it just in, an index fund, and it would grow to probably $2-3 million by the time you're 65 without even touching it. So that in and of itself would be a life-changing account, right? That you could just put away and not even look at. You barely even have to manage it. And so that's an option. You could also use some of this money and open up a 529 for your son and put a chunk of money in there and let that grow for him. So when it's time for college, that he has $100,000, 120 sitting in there for college. There's some things you can definitely do, but I will say 113, it'll go fast. Like when you start to actually kind of divvy it out. But the amount of intentionality with it, I feel from you, because it's from him, right? I'm like, you want this legacy of him, of your fiance, the love of your life, the father of your son, to live on well. And so there's different ways you could do that, from giving, saving, even spending some of it.
Yeah, I agree with Rachel. What do you have as far as 401k or any type of retirement accounts?
Yeah, so when we purchased the house, I did pull a little bit of money from my 401k. But right now, I mean, my 401k is growing. I apologize, I did not look before the
No worries.
Circumstance. But I mean, I do plan on continuing to work. Just because there's just, intentionality of just having health insurance for my son. And then also I would like, my idea of this compound interest is where my brain sort of caught on to.
Well, I think Rachel's advice is great. Here's what I would add. I would tell you to, if you don't have a true SmartVestor Pro in your life, go to RamseySolutions.com and go interview 3 or 4 or 5. Find out which one you click with the most. This is just all about some basic likability, chemistry thing. And then get their opinions. Have them, because we've told you, and we'll recap what we would do with the 113. I'm with Rachel. That's the number I've got, because the 7's going to get your emergency fund up to where I think is the right number. So let's say you got 113 to work with. I would get a SmartVestor. I get multiple, tell them what they would do with it and explain it to where you get it. But I'm with Rachel. I would, what I would do is I would ask a SmartVestor Pro, okay, I got a 5-year-old. How much money of the 113 would catch them up, assuming I was, let's say 100,000 was our goal. You can talk through this. Okay, well, he's 5. I'm 5 years behind. So how much of the 113 do I put in that would catch him up? They can give you that number. And then what do I need to put in, monthly? Or do I take a lump sum here and go, all right, because you got the $900. Let's say the minimum Social Security payment's $900. You said it was between $900 and $2,100. I'd talk to them about that too and go, do I put in a lump sum out of the 113, Rachel, into the 529, and then take the entire or a good portion of the Social Security check and put that in, because that's for him. Yeah. And then you take the rest of the, let's say it's 100, just for conversation. I'm with Rachel. I would invest that and let that just build, because we don't have to run the investment calculator, but I'm telling you, that's going to double every 7 years. That's what the historical return is. And so you're a young lady. And so that 100,000 boosts you and get you really going above and beyond what you're already doing with the 15%, as we teach here in Baby Step 4. But I think you've got a clear-cut strategy, but I think you should sit down with a professional and get them to partner with you And let's use this wisely.
And not to, Ken just said this, and I don't think we've said it in the call, Angela, but consistently now I want you investing 15% of your income into retirement above and beyond this 113, okay? So that's going to be Roth IRAs, your 401k. And if you're doing that through your income and you have a jump start, maybe take some of this, and the Smart Investor Pro may say, hey, take, $7,000-8,000 of it and let's fund your 401 or your Roth for the year. And, you can find some smart ways to move it around. But I do think your initial reaction of investing in this compound interest, I think, is really wise. Yeah. And that's probably where I would lean for sure, whether investing for your son's future part of it with college, you for retirement in the future, and also for that emergency fund. So, gosh, Angela, I'm so sorry that this money came and how it came, but I appreciate your diligence.
You've got a job, a dog, maybe a Peloton, but no will? Come on, people. It's Make a Will month. Time to stop pretending you're immortal and start adulting like a pro. And here's the deal. A will isn't just for boomers with beach houses. It's for anyone who owns stuff or loves their people. And I assume that's you. Because when you die without a will, the state gets to decide who gets what. And spoiler alert, the state doesn't know you. And that means your ex-roommate could end up with your collection of vinyl, and the government might get final say on who raises your kids. That's not okay. And that's why I recommend Mama Bear Legal Forms. It's the simple, lawyer-free way to get your will done in 20 minutes. And this August, you get 25% off for Make a Will month. That's Mama Bear's biggest sale of the year. So stop with the I'll get to it someday excuses. Just get it done today at mamabearlegalforms.com and use the promo code Ramsey when you check out to get the discount. Again, that's mamabearlegalforms.com. Offer ends August 31st at 11:59 p.m. Do not let the government raise your kids or fight over your Mandalorian merch. Make a will today. mamabearlegalforms.com, promo code Ramsey.
All right, folks, the 2026 Ramsey Goal Planner is here. I feel like Roger Goodell announcing the NFL draft. Very exciting. The 2026. Let me get this. Oh my gosh, it's
heavy.
This is not a one-arm planner.
It's a heavy.
Note to those of you who love planners, this is going to require you doing some basic weightlifting. This is unbelievable, and I guess we're offering it at $35.97. It's a curious price, a little bit less than $36.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, folks, you could hurt a person.
And I think this is the lowest price.
So you moms out there could use this as a paddle. Does anybody do that anymore?
I don't think so. I was thinking more self-defense.
I know. I'm old school.
Someone comes.
Well, if you're in a dark alley, ladies, bring out this spiral thing here.
Yeah.
That'll cut a man.
Well,
That'll cut him.
Because it's launching now, it is the lowest price. And it will continue to go up because these are they're very valuable planners. But we do a quick launch early on with lowest price.
You know what I like? Little ruler right here on the inside. Takes me back to the Trapper Keeper days.
Yes.
I wish I had some Velcro.
A little Velcro. That's what I was going to say too.
You know what? 2027.
Just
we
throwback.
need a Trapper Keeper option.
Oh yes.
I'll talk to the
retro.
team. But now Rachel's right. If you don't get this before Labor Day, the price is going up. In fact, it's going up so much that it's not even on my notes here. So that tells me it's going up.
Yeah, that's right.
So you better get it right now for $35.97.
So it has content in it from John
Tell
Deloney, myself, and Jade Warshaw.
Okay.
Relationships, spirituality, your money, and then there's also obviously all the calendars from like the month outlook.
A lot of tabs.
To the
lot of tabs.
To the weekly, all of it. But the planner world, Ken, it's a world out there. There are women that live in this world.
I know. Can you detect
and it is,
I can't stand. My wife still uses one of these.
Yes,
she loves this.
I know.
When we do dates, I'm on my phone. She's over here with this thing.
Flipping her calendar open.
Oh, I don't get it. But I do get it. My wife loves this. Stacy's going to be thrilled.
It's beautiful.
I might take this one, James. Can I take this one home? Surprise, Stacy?
You may not.
Okay. James says, no, that's show prop,
You
sir.
can buy your own,
I
Ken.
love it. It was so polite.
And at the lowest price ever.
$35.97 only at RamseySolutions.com/store. RamseySolutions.com/store. Maybe Kelly, the associate producer, will get a free one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's a perk. You have to talk to James. All right, Lori's up next in Canada. Lori, how can we help?
Hi, Ken. Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure.
Rachel, it's nice to talk to you again. I was on the phone with you and Jade about a month or so ago.
Oh.
And so I'm hoping to expand a little bit on my question a little bit. I did follow your advice. My question was whether to get a mobile home or rent.
Yes, I remember this. Yes.
And what did Rachel tell you?
To get around to it, but I am following your advice. And now my question comes up. There's a new question that comes up, actually. So I'm 27 years old. I have about $28,000 in student debt. I earn about $4,000 a month after tax. And so I'll be relocating 3 hours away for a job. Currently living with family rent-free, and now with that move, I'll be renting. I was going to be done baby step 2 in March of 2026, but now with this move, I'm going to be delaying my debt-free date by 12 to 14 months.
Why?
Just based on the numbers I've crunched.
You making less money?
No, I'll be renting now, and right now I'm not renting at all. So
that's right. You're living free. That's right.
$1,200.
Okay, so we have a $1,200 increase. What about the income increase?
I'm not increasing income yet. There's a few variables that are still unknown, but I should know soon if I will be getting an increase in income in a few months.
Okay.
But I have a part-time job right now. I'll be losing that. It's just creating a lot of anxiety and fear around paying off debt. I feel really demoralized about.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on. What's demoralizing you? Is it the increase in cost because you're living for free now, and is it also that you're losing this part-time job? Are those the sources of feeling demoralized because I'm going backwards?
It's more so just the debt-free date that's being pushed back by so much.
But those are the two reasons.
Or more.
Are those the two primary reasons? Here, I'm setting you up. Those are the two primary reasons why you're moving the date, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at how we would maybe not move the date. Okay. First of all, we don't know yet what your increase in income is going to be. True or false?
True.
True. And there are part-time jobs where you're moving. True or false?
True. It has been very difficult, though. I've been applying actually prematurely just in hopes to get some responses, but I have yet to receive anything.
How much?
Very difficult.
Okay, I get it, but let's have a mindset here that it is possible. Isn't it true that it's possible that you can find a part-time job at some point upon moving? Is that possible?
It is.
Okay, great. Now, tell Rachel and I, how much money of that income that you're bringing home that you told us, how much of that is from the part-time job?
It's not actually. So with the part-time job, I get an additional $500 to $1,000 a month. I don't work a lot of hours where I'm currently working in my part-time job. So, and also we're in the low season right now.
Okay. So what I would tell you, Lori, is to find something that you make $1,200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of this baby step 2 process. It's cutting all expenses and bringing in extra income, and it's scorched earth. So instead of it extending an additional 12 months, because you were going to be out by March, which is pretty soon. I mean, that's 6 months.
Yeah.
Is that right? 8 months.
Love
8
when you
months.
count on
I had
that.
to count the months real quick, make sure that was correct. So instead, so 8 months, and now you're saying it's going to be an additional year because of you don't have a part-time job right now and the rent. So what I would make it a goal is to say it may not be March, but it's going to be June. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be another year.
I agree.
And work like crazy.
What about
That's
a roommate?
all you have to do for 8 months. 8 months, all you got to do is just is spend nothing, take your expenses all the way down. And then that extra income is what is key for a lot of people that get out of debt. That's what we find. And again, it's not forever.
Yeah.
But it's literally just through the Christmas season, into the spring, and then you have your end date and you're good.
And Lori, what about a roommate?
I've considered those options. I've asked around friends and things like that. There hasn't been anybody interested.
Lori, listen, let me tell you what's going on. And I'm saying, can I be big brother here?
Feel free.
You have the spirit of, I can't do it. It's so hard. And I love that you called back. And I love that you're being honest with us. But every time we present a solution to you, and the way you set the entire call up is I'm overwhelmed, which means, and I've talked to a lot of overwhelmed people in my time at Ramsey Solutions, and the reason they're overwhelmed is because they don't believe. They don't believe. Okay. So what we've been attempting to do is to go, wait a second, is it possible? And that was my little game that I did with you a little bit earlier, because the thing that's going on with you is you've actually done so well, you're committed, and now you've had a change of life, and it has thrown you off. But this is all mindset. This is not some like kumbaya technique I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, you've got to go, wait a second. This is how I feel. That's real. And I don't in any way want to minimize your emotions. However, you feel that way because you've not allowed your mind to actually look for solutions. You just saw roadblock. I got to move now. Now I'm not getting rent free. I'm actually paying rent. Well, welcome to the real world. You've been living in la la land with no rent. Good for you. But this is real life. This is not the end of the world. Okay. So Rachel and I have walked you through these scenarios, and I'm telling you, I want to encourage you, you can find a roommate. You can find a part-time job. And if you do those things, as Rachel said, you won't have to push back the timeline. And dare I say, if you get a roommate, I think you can beat the debt-free payoff.
Go even earlier.
Let's cut it from $1,200 to $600.
Yep. Yeah, there and Lori, I want you to know that this is possible. You know, you're not trying to find $10,000 a month. It's $1,000. You can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
And we believe in you.
Yes.
So go. You know, take this situation and say, I'm going to happen to it, not let it happen to me. We believe in you. You got this.
Hey, you guys, more than 100 million Americans carry medical debt, and that is so scary. And it shows that traditional coverage often leaves people to face big bills alone. Families need more than just coverage. They need community. So, what if your healthcare costs less and you are actually supported by other believers in the process? That's why I love Christian Healthcare Ministries. CHM is a budget-friendly, faith-based alternative to health insurance that's been serving believers since 1981. And they've paid over $12 billion in medical bills. Y'all, that is faith in action. So let me say it again. CHM is not insurance. It's a nationwide health cost-sharing ministry. It's Christians helping other Christians with their medical bills. With CHM, you get to choose your providers. There are no networks, no surprise bills, and no insurance headaches. Whether you're just starting out as a family or you're looking for something that fits your budget better, CHM is where your faith and finances agree. Programs start at just $98 a month. So go to chministries.org/budget to learn more and take the leap of faith today. That's chministries.org/budget.
All right, if you're not sure how you're doing on staying in step with the baby steps, we have a quick quiz that allows you to check your progress and get a personalized plan. Go to the show notes if you're listening via podcast and YouTube. Click on the link titled, Are You on Track with the Baby Steps? Quick little quiz, and that'll let you know where you stand. It's very important that you understand in any kind of process-oriented goal. Okay, I'm on this path that there are going to be just times in life where you just feel like you're off step, and seeing where you stand, knowing where you stand is really huge to mentally getting back on track so you can keep going. So that's a fabulous little quiz. We'd love for you to join us there. Leo is up in San Diego, California. Leo, how can we help today?
How you doing? Thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
So me and my wife were newlyweds. Been married. We got married February 14th.
Congrats.
Oh, a little Valentine's Day wedding.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. We've been together a total about 3.5 years. We got our own apartment about 2 years ago. And our mother-in-law, well, she wasn't my mother-in-law at first, but she offered to help us with rent. So we took her up on the offer, and everything was going good until we got married. A couple of months after we got married, she started harassing my wife, like through text message, like just all kinds of just mean and dirty, just vile things, just mean things. And then
That's fun.
so we basically decided to just kind of just decline her help because she was kind of putting stipulations on it. Like she called and said, if you want my half of the rent this month, you have to prove to me XYZ, which was no problem because we proved it to her. But it was just like out of nowhere,
Well, she out of nowhere started harassing her own daughter. This woman's cray-cray.
Yes.
Did you know
Yes.
she was
So
crazy before you married?
Yes.
Well, what
Yes.
are you? Okay, quick life lesson.
I tried.
Don't ever, ever, ever fight your instinct on relationship stuff with family members. Because if the crazy is in the family, there's more crazy is going to show up. So let's move forward on this. And
Put up a boundary. Put up a boundary.
Yeah.
She can't. Yeah.
Yes, our boundary was blocking her. So that's that. But ever since, and before we decided to stop taking her help, we were doing great with our bills were paid on time. Everything was good.
Okay.
But we didn't save anything. My wife was saying, "Hey, we need to save," but me being bad with money, I made very bad decisions, and we ended up in a situation where we weren't ready for this situation that we were in.
You weren't ready for it, period. Because I just want to rewind real quick. You've said twice now that you guys were great at paying everything while she was giving you money, which means you weren't ever great because you didn't have enough money to pay your bills. So
exactly.
All right.
Yes.
So where do we stand today?
Yes.
Her money's gone. Thank goodness. How short are you?
Okay, so we are paying the rent, but we are late every month. So every check we're coming up with, we're catching up. So this next month, first of the month, we're going to be short. The next check after that, we'll catch up.
Okay, how much do you guys make per month? What do you both bring in?
Between us, we bring probably, I don't know the month between us. I just did the yearly. The yearly between both of us is $50K.
Between the both of you is $50K?
Yes.
What do you guys do for a living?
I do aerospace manufacturing, and she's a barista in a hotel.
Okay. I love that you said you do aerospace manufacturing, but let's get real. What is your job? You're only making $25,000 a year average between the two of you.
Yes,
what are you doing?
I do deburring, which is like the lowest. I am currently in training. Like I do have CNC experience. I'm in training. Like within the next year, I do plan on moving up. I'm in the process of moving up to a CNC position.
How much would you
which
make?
Will come with a raise. Probably about $2 or $3 more. Probably about 28 at the max. I'm guessing.
Okay.
That's after I get some schooling and more training.
Leo,
which
how
I
old are you
definitely am
guys?
in the process. I am 39. We're both 39.
Okay.
39. And you guys, you don't even know what you make. So it's really hard for Rachel to coach you up on. You don't even know how much you make. You're just giving us. We got a $50,000 figure. So what debt do you have?
Here's what's got to happen, Leo. I'm gonna be really honest with you. Okay. If Ken and I were out to drinks with you and your newlywed wife, this is what we would. This is what I would say to you.
Cocktail wisdom. Here it comes.
I would say everything you've known and thought and done with money, we're gonna do the complete opposite.
Good decision.
Okay.
Okay.
Meaning, you don't really know where your money's going. You don't really know how much you make or bring in a month. That's going to change. You're going to know to the cent because you are going to be so detailed, so intense, so OCD about your money and where every dollar is going that you're going to be able to rattle off what you guys spend at the grocery store every week, okay? Because you guys are going to have a very, very detailed budget. And we're going to give you some stuff, Leo, to help this happen, okay?
Okay.
But that's the thing.
We've been trying to...
Well, and I'm going to be honest too, Leo. You guys, your jobs, what you're making, you guys need to be making double. Yeah. So she's working as a barista. Yeah. If I were her, I would be applying to be a receptionist somewhere, right? Go be an assistant to someone. Yes. Like, go, you have to be in this position because you're both adults now. And if you want to have a family and you guys want to, extend your lives, these incomes have to go up, which means probably a change of career, probably more for her. Yours sounds like it hopefully has some.
Well, it's taking off. It's taking off.
Hold on.
She has kids, so we already have kids in the they're her kids. They're my stepkids.
Okay.
So their kids are definitely they're not full time with us.
All right,
sure.
Leo.
It's a okay. Yes.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
We have limited. No, you're great. We're trying to help you. How much do you make per hour?
Okay.
Do you know that?
I make $21 an hour.
Okay, so a year from now, you think or believe you're going to get a $2 to $3 an hour raise.
Yes.
That's not a career
but
that's not a career that's taken off.
Yes.
You're not taking off. You're on the doorstep of 40. And you've got to get serious. I'm not beating up on you. I'm just going, dude, like, you've got to have a plan that moves you forward, not a year from now to a $2 to $3 raise. Okay.
Yes.
Same thing.
You're right.
So we need to collectively get together and say, what do we want for our lives? What's a target?
Exactly.
What must be true for us to make $100,000 combined?
And
you guys, listen, time is moving, bro.
Yes, you're right.
We don't have time at 39 to wait a year to make a $2 to $3 bump.
And Leo, what do you guys owe on your cars? Right. What do y'all owe on your cars?
So I own my vehicle that I just purchased under a year ago, but it's given me issues. So getting a second job it's a possibility, but just you're having car issues.
No. See, that's the problem.
Vehicle, what does she owe on hers?
She owes $1,500 on her car.
Okay. What other debt do you guys have? Credit card?
We have
$1,500
one credit
total is what she owes. That's what's left on her loan for her car.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
Our debt and credit is all we only have. Our credit card debt, which is $8,000.
Okay, so tonight...
And that's all our debt.
All your debt. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, so I would cut up the credit cards. Don't even make it a temptation. Your goal for next month...
we don't even have a balance on our credit cards.
That's great. We'll cut them up anyways. You have a balance. You got $8,000.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything available to spend on it, so you're right.
It's maxed out. Okay, perfect.
You say that like that's a good thing. Can I just say,
it's not a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. I'm embarrassed about it.
No, Leo, okay, you're doing, this is great. Okay, so here's what I want you to do when you get off this call, okay? You both need to apply for second jobs. Your goal is to get a $1,000 emergency fund, okay, in the next 60 days, 30 days, 40 days. And catching up on rent. Those are your two goals: emergency fund and catching up on rent. With the second job should help free up some of that cash. And then once that happens, you guys start paying off this debt. Smallest to largest, the car and then the credit cards. You can do this, Leo. Stay on the line. Kelly's going to pick up. We'll give you some stuff.
This is the Ramsey Show, where we help you win with your money, win in your work, and win in your relationships. Alongside Rachel Cruze, I'm Ken Coleman. Happy to have you with us. The phone number to jump in on the conversation is 888-825-5225. Meg is up next in Utah. Meg, how can we help today?
Hi, my fiancé is asking me to spend my life saving from before I met him into renovating his parents' home.
Have you asked him if he's lost his ever-loving mind?
Well, I saved the money for a car, and we had a baby, so we live in said home. We plan on purchasing said home, but we haven't done any of those things yet.
You just rolled right by my very pertinent and relevant question, Meg. Your life savings, how much is that?
That's $30K.
Okay. And you just blitzed right by my question. I'm serious. What emotion, what thoughts entered your mind when this guy said this to you?
Mixed emotions. One, I feel like if I purchase the home first, I'd feel better about spending my life savings on it.
Wait. I thought it was his parents' home.
Yes, but then she said they're going to buy it. When are y'all going to buy it?
Well, we're looking at doing that last year, but then his parents were feeling bad about the fact that it would cost me $30,000 to essentially buy the loan once, everybody's paid.
Do y'all like
then
the
they give
house?
us-
Why are y'all doing this deal? I don't understand. Why don't y'all just go buy a house?
So where I live, $30,000 does not really get you anywhere to purchase a home. The average home in our neighborhood is probably
So are they
$500,000.
giving you the home?
No.
Okay.
They're essentially giving us the equity on the home.
No. First of all, you guys are not married, so that's your money, not his money. And in no situation should you give your money to his parents to renovate a home that you may or may not have. This is going to turn into an absolute nightmare. What about the car? You've been saving up for a car that you need, yes?
Yes.
Like how bad do you need this car?
Not super bad. I work remote.
But is your current car failing is what I'm getting at?
No, I have a lease, and my lease ends in December, and I'm not willing to purchase.
Do you okay, this $30,000 is your money. Full stop, period. You need to use it for your stuff. Now, the day that he puts a ring on your finger and you guys get married and you join finances.
When are you getting married? It's your fiance.
I don't know. I have a 6-month-old at home. So one day when I sleep at night.
One day when you can sleep at night.
And I'm assuming that's his baby, correct?
It is, yes.
Why doesn't he have any money?
He does now, so...
Well, then why does he need your money?
Well, he does now, but he has a lot of credit card debt that he needs to take care of. I was helping with that when I had a whole lot more money, but I stopped working 3 jobs when I had a baby, so now we make about the same.
Okay, you called to ask us what we thought about this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I know what you thought about it. You gave me the mixed emotions. Why don't you just tell us what you really felt? What did you feel when he hit you with that?
I felt like this is a dumb idea.
Great.
And,
you are correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's what Rachel and I think. Oddly enough.
Meg wins.
Let me poll the audience out here. We got about 50 people out there. If you think this is a dumb idea, raise your hand.
All
Everybody
right,
in the audience.
We got a lot of hands raised, Meg.
There's your focus group.
So number 1, Meg, we do not combine finances. We do not share finances. We do not pay on each other's debts and or homes or future in-law homes. We do nothing combining until we are married. You have no financial obligation to help him, and you have no protection. If you guys were married and something happened, then we can get Utah State involved and we can figure that out with assets and everything. But you have no protection, Meg. Okay, so number 1, no combining finances. Number 2, I would go this weekend, Meg. If you love him and you think he's the one, you got a 6-month-old together, you're living together, I think you just go get a marriage license. Y'all need to get married. You need to start this life. You're in it. You're acting married. Just go do it. Do a wedding later, whatever the celebration is. Like, you guys need to start actually living in the reality of which you live. And so if I were you, and if you love him, right? You want to marry him, right?
I love him. I don't love how he handles money.
Okay. Well, then there's a red flag.
This is a great reason not to marry him.
Yes.
Yes, because then his debt is my debt, and I've lived debt-free my whole life.
Is he on board of trying to get out of debt? Because you said you were trying to help him pay off debt, and you gave him some money to pay off debt. Is he working his way out of debt?
He has some what's a nice way to say it? Interesting ideas on how to get out of debt. He has a philosophy of my goal in life is that in 1 year we don't have to have this conversation about money because I'll be making so much more that we don't have to worry about money.
No. Money
This
matters.
is great.
Money every
This
day.
is what I thought in high school. I thought that one day I would be able to dunk a basketball. Just kind of thought it would happen. Never happened, Rachel.
And money magnifies the situation. You're never not going to have to not talk about it because you make money.
Yeah. This guy, this is a tough situation. You need to define the relationship. That's what needs to happen here. Number one, no, I'm not giving you money. This is crazy. I don't feel comfortable marrying you until we get on the same page with money. So therefore, putting money into a future thing, no.
Definitely
love
not.
you, no. Did I mention that I love you? No. All right, that's first thing. And I'm not kidding. I actually don't want you to go down to the courthouse, and Rachel doesn't either now.
No, I don't. But I hate that you guys have a 6-month-old. I mean, like, you know, my
but
hope is
we don't
that
want to further complicate it.
No, we don't. But I do hope that you guys work to mend this for the sake of the 6-month-old and for your futures together.
I agree. Well, if I had him on the phone, I'd go, do you love this woman? And hopefully he'd say yes. And I go, why don't you throw out all your cockamamie ideas that don't require you to do hard work and work for a while to get successful? And why don't you ask your fiance what she thinks about money and why she thinks about it?
Because she has $30,000.
Because she's doing it better than you, Sparky.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
100%.
And so, you know, that's what needs to happen. He needs to man up, you know?
Yeah, and for the most part, he's okay. I mentioned I can just manage money. I'm great at managing money. I'm great at saving money. I can get us wherever we want.
Well, then
no
tell
matter how
him
much
if he
money
wants
we
to
get.
marry you that you're going to manage the money and he's going to be in the budget meeting, but he's going to sit there and he's going to learn, right? Like if he's willing to if he's willing to marry you and we now adopt your money principles, if this guy's really willing to do it, which by the way, he would need to show that to you. If you were my sister, I'd go, don't you even dare marry this clown until he shows you that he is willing to get on board with you and then live his life that way for a minimum of 6 months. So, Meg, I'm sorry.
I tried to have those conversations. It's just...
Yeah. Well, maybe he needs to know that you're not going to stick around.
Yeah.
You know? Define the relationship. Rachel, what do you think?
Don't give him money.
No.
That's my number one, Meg.
No money.
You're not crazy or mean by not putting your $30,000 into his parents' home.
You know, I was going to ask James if I should get ordained so I could marry couples on the spot for future situations like this. But
You would
now,
not have married Meg.
Now I would have said no, Meg.
We would have not.
No marriage.
These days, business as usual is anything but. Tariffs make trade policy a moving target, supply chains are squeezed, and cash flow is probably tighter than ever. So if your business can't adapt in real time, you're in a world of hurt. That's why you need NetSuite by Oracle, trusted by more than 42,000 businesses, including Ramsey Solutions. You need to see what's happening, what's stuck, and what's costing you, and how to fix it. And NetSuite is the #1 cloud-based business management suite because it helps your business make the right decisions fast. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one place so you're not left shuffling a dozen different spreadsheets. That gives you the visibility you need to make quick decisions based on actionable data. And NetSuite AI automates everyday tasks so your team can focus on strategy. It's one system for full control and no guesswork to tame the chaos. And right now, if you're leading a business doing more than $1 million in annual revenue, download NetSuite's free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/Ramsey. That's netsuite.com/Ramsey.
Our question of the day is brought to you by our friends at Y Refi. You didn't take out private student loans hoping to default, but life does happen. But Y Refi is not going to shame you. They're going to help you explore a real plan to get back on track. You can head to yrefi.com/Ramsey to find out how they can help you. That's the letter Y, REFY.com/Ramsey. It may not be available in all states.
Today's question comes from Renee in New York. Why do you encourage kids to move out of their parents' homes so young? Isn't it better for them to work, live at home, and save their money so they can buy a place to live when they move? Why move out to pay a landlord for a place to live? How will they ever achieve the American dream of home ownership? If kids are working hard and saving, what's the advantage of moving out? There are other ways to achieve a sense of dignity and independence than throwing money away at rent every month.
Oh, boy. Well,
Renee,
are you sure your name's not Karen? Because that sounds a little woke to me. I mean, this is why we have so many snowflakes, because of this woman has raised snowflakes. That's my part of the answer. I think that's
Ken,
it.
What do you think,
This is
Ken?
okay.
What do you think?
All right. So, okay.
Okay, so it's not a math, at that point, it's not a math issue. Because there's something about, and she says there's other ways to have dignity and independence, maybe to a degree. But there's also something about being a full
What, they clean
full
their room?
adult.
They're cleaning their room. You know, when our maid service came in, they commented about our oldest son, Jimmy, about his toilet was spotless. Jimmy, he's doing great, Mom. Way to go. I mean, this whole question is so, listen, this is pathetic.
And questions, plural. There's
Questions.
like, she's
Okay.
very mad.
All right, I'll break this. Oh, well, she's getting me mad. Okay, here we go. Why do you encourage kids to move out of their parents' home so young? At any point on the show, has any one of us ever recommended that some kid move out in their teens? The answer to that is no. Pull the archives. We're talking about people that are out of college and are old enough
And we do
to live on their own, and they have a job.
And we say for a season.
And some they don't have a job, they need to move out.
And for a season, it's
For a
okay. We're
season,
not
sure.
like hardcore about it.
We are not.
But there is a point that people that live with their parents for a endless amount of time to quote unquote just save money, you lose the life lessons. You lose life. You lose and the dating thing too, Ken. I always go back to that. Could you imagine 26-year-old guy? And you're like, okay, where should we go after dinner? You want to go see a movie? You gotta go to my parents' house.
There was a movie about this with Matthew
Failure to
McConaughey
launch.
and Sarah Jessica Parker. One of my all-time favorite rom-coms, incidentally.
Matthew McConaughey, what a gem.
And the whole thing is that the parents didn't want him to leave. And let me tell you something about Renee. Renee doesn't want her kids to leave, and so it's all in here. Let me go with this one. This was my favorite one here. Why move out only to pay a landlord for a place to live? Because that's what every other freaking American does until they can afford a home, and it's called personal responsibility. But no, there are other ways to achieve a sense of dignity and independence. I mean, this has got a little bit of like Ben Franklin to it. Like she's really pinning this away, and then throwing your money away on rent every month. And I'm going to let you, because you're so much nicer than me. Why do we think that renting is not throwing money away?
Yeah. Well,
I know. I want you to say more.
Yeah, you're buying time. You don't
There
own
you
it, so
go.
you're not like responsible for every expense, and home ownership is expensive, so rent for a little bit. Yeah,
There's no dignity or independence if you can afford to move out and you got a job. And just come on, I'm so tired of all of this.
For a short period of time, I'm okay with it, right? Like if you graduate college, you need 6 months at home to figure out a place to live. And like I get that. Like that is fine. It's not, we're not that legalistic about it.
Yeah.
But this endless amount to just save money, and I'm going to go live at my parents till I'm 26, 27.
And by the way, Renee says it, and she goes, until they have enough for a down payment. Well, okay, let's run the numbers on that. That's not a 2-year play.
No.
If you look at housing. So that's why some of you who are hearing me and you're now offended by me, one, I don't care. And two, I'm actually basing it on real numbers. Based on this woman's question, you do not have a 1 year or a year and a half or 2 year scenario. This is going to be years in the making with them living in the nest. And this is the real issue. A lot of parents don't want their kids to leave.
Yeah.
Because they don't. Now I'm really going to.
I can't wait.
You know why?
Codependence? What?
It's a form of codependence, but they do not like the life that they will have when the kids are gone.
They're holding on for their own sake.
They are worried about what life is like with their spouse when the kiddos are gone. They have. I'm just telling you, that's what it is.
And those little moms, which I'm a mom of a little boy. I get it.
You want Charles living with you when he's 24?
Well, not for his sake, but I do help him a lot more than I help my girls at this age.
Why is that?
I don't know. He's just so sweet.
Your
it's
girls
terrible.
are darling, but why do you Prince Charles?
I don't know. It's a mother-son thing. I don't know, but I will go above and beyond for him more so than the girls.
Right.
But
Bottom line is we don't kick people out. It's not our decision. We're just hosting a show that you listen to. You do what you want, but we don't tell people to kick their kids out.
And I think one of the top 3 for me, besides it's the romantic relationships. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a very unattractive thing.
What do you mean?
If I was single and dating.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the dude's living with his parents.
Yeah, and vice versa. I don't know.
You might as well have a giant sweatshirt that says "loser" on it. Which, by the way, based on the last call, I want to circle back to this. Because there are people that are watching and listening. I'm going to be serious for a moment, okay? There are people that are watching and listening to us, and we blown away that you let us into your ears and give you advice. But I want to say this just because I'm that guy.
I love it. Go, Ken.
I'm 51. If you are a woman and you are single right now and you are dating a dude who you are attracted to, I don't care what the reasons are, but you know somewhere in your gut that he doesn't have his act together. Would you please have the dignity to press pause and put it on the line for him and go, I'm concerned? Because if you follow your heart and don't listen to your gut and you marry a loser or you have a baby with a loser because you're not responsible enough to protect that romantic moment, you are going to pay big time financial and emotional consequences. So we just don't say it enough. I just want to go, listen, ladies, listen to your heart. Get some guys to your gut, and get some people in your life who'll go, he's a really attractive, charismatic loser. But it's the last word that's the operating word. Rachel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not angry. I'm not ready. But I mean,
yeah.
Please, these romantic decisions lead to massive relationship and financial decisions.
Yes. Yes.
Please.
100%.
Don't hop in the sack with a loser. This is a
all
great life rule.
That's all he wanted to say.
Is it not a good rule to live by?
Yeah.
By the way, it goes for guys too.
I'm probably very old school in that scenario.
Guys,
so
don't hop in a sack with a woman that's crazy. Because then you create crazy. And then you're stuck with it. I mean, it's like this show's about winning with money. Here's one of the rules. Don't procreate with crazy. Don't live with somebody who's a loser. You would be surprised at how wealthy you could become.
But I do think
Am I right?
Well, yes, because we get these calls a lot from the relational side.
Yeah, and it's all back to those two rules.
And they tell us scenarios, and we're like, what are you doing with them? Or her? Like, she sounds terrible, or he sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And I think either, number one, you just don't have people in your life that are going to say it, or there's not enough, you're so deep in it that there's no mirror. You can't see out of it. You don't see a difference. You need someone else, which is why they're calling two strangers, right? Which we appreciate.
Yeah. By the way, you hear it. You hear it in their voice. You go, why are you with them? And they're kind of like, And here's what happens. When you sell your dignity for companionship, you sell your gut, you sell your values, any of those scenarios, when you sell that for that emotional feeling that person provides, you are setting yourself up for relational and financial disaster. So somebody had to say it. I think this is Life Skills 101. What I just said there is not new, nor is it that deep. But boy, oh boy, is it right.
Common sense. Not so common anymore.
Not anymore.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. These days, it feels like there is so much trendy advice related to everything mental health and wellness, but how do you know what actually works for you? I'm just going to be honest with you. There is a ton of nonsense out there. Noise, noise, noise. And all the noise on the internet can lead to information overload, so it can be a struggle to know what's legitimate and what things you should actually do to improve your life. Here's the truth. Using trusted resources and talking to a live therapist can help you break through the noise, all this scrolling madness, with personalized, real recommendations. If you're thinking about starting therapy, contact BetterHelp. BetterHelp is 100% online therapy, which means it's convenient and affordable. And it's super easy to get started. Just fill out a short online survey. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist. And as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. BetterHelp is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars based on over 1.7 million reviews in the App Store. Listen, talk it out with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Ramsey to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Ramsey.
Hey, if you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck and feeling like you can't get ahead, we'd love for you to join one of our free Every Dollar trainings, new trainings every week this month, and they're hosted by one of our Ramsey personalities. They're going to show you how to stick to a budget and even find $9,000 of margin using Every Dollar so you can get out of debt and start building wealth, and you get to ask questions. So this isn't just like a webinar where they're talking at you. They're going to get to talk with you. Sign up for free at RamseySolutions.com/webinar, RamseySolutions.com/webinar. Mark is joining us now in Birmingham. Mark, how can we help?
Hey, I appreciate you guys taking my call. How's it going?
We're doing well, sir. How are you today?
Pretty good, pretty good. So just to get right into it, I'm preparing to get my debt snowball rolling, and I have roughly like $10,000 to $11,000 in debt. It's not credit cards or vehicle payments. It's like just personal debt. And
how much, Mark? Did you say how much?
Between $10,000 and $11,000.
Okay.
And I have a payment. $9,600 of it is it's to the IRS. I have a payment arrangement with them for like $205 a month.
Okay.
And the rest is like personal debt.
Okay.
My wife has student loans like $23,000. I pay all the bills. I take home like $4,300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I take care of everything. Her money is her money to me. And so my question is, do I focus on just my debt and then like move on to the next baby steps and start investing in the emergency fund and then like trying to save for a home, or do I include her debt with mine all at once? You get what I'm saying?
Yep, I do know what you're saying. My question to you is, why don't you guys combine finances and have a checking account where all of your money goes in and you guys decide how to best use the household money?
Just being honest, is because of that IRS debt. Like when we got married, I was an owner operator for I was driving trucks. I still drive trucks, but at the time I was an owner operator. Okay. And I told her, I was being straight up with her, like, look, I got this issue with the IRS, so she didn't want to file jointly because of that. She didn't want to, kind of, I guess, jam herself up. But we do have a joint account where I deposit all the money, like, and then like she can pay bills out of and stuff like that.
Okay, well, if you guys combine a checking account, that doesn't affect the IRS. Is it more of a trust issue with her from you that you didn't do what you said you were going to do, or you got behind on taxes and she doesn't trust you with her money?
Right. It was just me being irresponsible. I mean,
Sure.
It wasn't her money.
Yeah.
It was,
No, I know. But that's what I'm saying, though, is if you guys combined finances into a checking account and saw it as a household budget, the IRS isn't affected by that. That doesn't change your taxes. So I'm just curious if everything's in the same checking account, that doesn't change your taxes. So.
Oh, so even if we file, like even when we're
well, how you file your taxes would be one thing, but you guys, where your income goes, your paychecks, where they go when you're paid, the IRS doesn't care about that. So if you guys are in one account, you're a household account. Now, how you file your taxes, whether individual or married filing jointly, that's different. So what I would suggest you guys do, Mark, just from a relational standpoint, what we have found is that couples who combine everything, what that shows is, number one, that we are a team. And this household that we are running together as a married couple, you get further with your financial goals faster, and you actually end up having a better marriage because of it, because you lean on each other, you trust each other, communication's opened, and you see yourselves as one. So there's a financial benefit to it, But there's also a relational, emotional benefit to say, yeah, we're married. Like when we said yes and I do and put rings on and created this covenant between us, we're sharing our lives. Like this is everything. We are all in this together. So that may take some conversations to kind of get her around to that idea. But that would be the ultimate goal for me, for you guys, Mark, is to say, yes, we are one. And so if that was the case, you bring home $43 a month. What does she bring home?
She has a small business. She sells, she makes and produces her own skincare products. I don't know how much she makes a month. I just know like a year is like between 5 and 10,000. Like I said, I take care of everything, so I just kind of like stay out her business.
How much does she
makes
make?
10,000 a year, 10 to 25,000.
No, between 5 and 10,000
a year.
Yeah, for her, yeah. I mean,
that's not a lot of money.
Why? Yeah, why is she not working?
Right. Because we have so 3 kids and another one on the way.
Okay, so she's more of a stay-at-home
mom.
Right. Okay. Well, then that means I mean, honestly, Mark, at that point, it's like $800 a month. So it's not even that much that she's going to have to quote unquote merge with you. It's not, you know what I mean? Like it's you guys together. It's not like she's got a job making $80,000 and she's like, "This is mine, this is yours," and there's kind of a harder emotional.
That's why I just kind of leave it. I just take care of it. I just leave it.
So you okay? So that's kind of like her fault. Okay. Yep. Well, that $800 that she makes a month, eight to 1,000, could be very beneficial in these baby steps, right? So you guys could look at that to say, people go and try to find an extra job to get $8,000 a month. And as a stay-at-home mom, that's what she's doing, which is awesome. So
$9,600 right there.
So what I would do is the IRS debt needs to be cleaned up first. So the $9,600 from the IRS, I would clean that out. We usually say, Mark, smallest to largest debt, but the IRS gets a pass to the front because we want them out of your lives. So the $9,600, I would pay that off. And again, if you guys can work together, you could have this paid off in 7 to 8 months. Just even with what she's bringing in. But that gets knocked out. And then and you have what, probably about 400 left? Is that what you said? Because it was 9,600 and you have 10,000?
Right. Just personal debt.
Okay, so get that 400 cleaned up. And then you guys together attack that 23,000 of her student loans. So I want your household debt-free. And then we will move on to a household emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of expenses. So, okay. So for you, Mark, how much? So you bring home $4,300. How much is rent or mortgage? How much are you guys paying in that a month?
I'm renting right now, and it's $1,320.
$1,320. Okay. All right, that's good. Yep. So this is and honestly, too, Mark. I mean, this idea of getting out of debt and getting this emergency fund in place. If you've been listening to us any amount of time, I mean, it is scorched earth. It is extra jobs. It is like getting this done ASAP, really, 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 really,
Mark,
really fast.
On that point, what do you do for a living?
I drive trucks.
Okay. Is that skill, is there a way for you to pick up a decent amount of hours where it's actually going to make a difference just with the truck driving skill?
I mean, not at this job. I do something on the side, but it's not something that I report. I didn't really include it in my, my overall.
Okay. What do you do on the side?
What do you do on the side and how much?
It's like waste management, something like like junk removal type stuff. I have a pickup truck.
Yeah.
If I'm hustling like I should, then I can make like 2,000 easy a month.
2,000?
That's great, Mark.
Mark, buddy, that's the play. Because your wife's busy, man. She got 2 and 1 on the way, and there's just not a whole lot of margin there, and that's not something you all decided. Love that. $2,000 a month could turn into $4,000 a month if you're hustling and you figure out a way to scale yourself. I like that play a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like Mark, I'm telling you, that's a great opportunity. See,
and you're a hard worker. I appreciate that about you, Mark. I mean, you're not scared of hard work.
Love it, Mark. Get after it, man, and then scale yourself. Him
own his own thing one day.
That's what I'm getting at, Mark. Maybe surprised where this could go. You know?
Yeah, you're making $4,300 driving trucks, and like Ken's saying, if you could make $4,000 doing this, I mean,
I'd find some high school guys, some college guys in the summer that want some good money hourly, and you're just loading them up.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
That could be fun. That's a fun dream. Sit down with your wife tonight, Mark. We're going to give you every dollar.
Oh,
and you guys create a household budget. Both of your incomes go in and just start to dream. Seriously, dream how fast can we get out of debt? What would it look like for Mark to own his own business? I like it.
If you want to win with money, you got to make good choices, and that includes where you shop for groceries, which is why I'm excited about Aldi. You'll find everything you need at Aldi, from the same high-quality meat and seafood you find behind the butcher counter to fresh organic fruits and vegetables delivered to stores daily. Aldi proves low prices don't mean low quality. No gimmicks, no membership fees, just real savings. Listen, a family of 4 can save nearly $4,000 a year shopping at Aldi. That's real money back in your pocket. So stop paying more and start shopping at Aldi for the lowest prices of any national grocery chain. Find a store near you today at aldi.us. That's ALDI.us.
Savings based on regional analysis of Aldi versus select competitors. Prices may vary by location, product availability, and the market.
All right, let's go to Susan in Missouri. Susan, how can we help?
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show today. My boyfriend and I are going to be starting FPU soon, and we're both really excited. When we start this, my boyfriend's going to be able to knock out the very little debt he has just right out of his checking account and probably be in about 75% into a 6-month emergency fund.
Wow, great.
Yeah, he's doing wonderful. Me, unfortunately, not that great. I got divorced about 8 years ago, and I just in a bad place. I relied heavily on debt and credit cards, and I've got about $90,000 in debt.
Okay.
57 of that's student loans. I've got a vehicle loan for 17, and the rest is like a personal loan, and I got about 5,000 on a credit card I'm still working on.
Okay.
We got some short-term and long-term goals together.
Mm-hmm.
Our short-term goal is we want me to be able to stay at home with a baby someday. And given my age, we're actually seeing a fertility doctor now for some help with conceiving. And my boyfriend wants to help me pay off my debt and make sure we're in the place for me to stay at home when our prayers are answered. And I know we aren't married yet, but it's definitely happening sooner than later. He asked me my ring size, like it's going to happen. So I didn't know with our given situation, would this be okay?
No.
Yeah. Can you explain? I tried to explain it to him last night, and wait.
I
know I can't articulate it good enough.
Okay, so wait a second. This is his idea?
He wants to help me, and he's been such a blessing to my daughter and I. Like
Totally
I have a 12-year-old.
Get it. So,
All right, so let me
Susan,
ask you, what did you say to him? I want to know what Susan tried to explain. So you knew we were going to say no, didn't you?
Oh, I definitely knew you guys were saying
Okay, great.
no.
So
I'm
what
very
was your-
glad I'm actually talking to you all on that days.
Tell us why.
We are so
No,
nice.
I'm kidding.
Susan.
So intimidating. No, but
so-
I love his advice. I love it all.
I know. So Rachel, she's gone. Okay, so what was your explanation? Give us the summary of how you explained why the answer is
I just know the data shows that, when you're married, you're the data just shows that. See, I can't articulate it very well. And just biblically.
Okay.
But then also on my side, I did all the right things that first marriage, and it still didn't work. And I'm happy, I'm safe, I'm secure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to push it
Sure.
too much. I'm mentioning it every once in a while. Like, hey, we've been together 3.5 years.
Well, yeah, and y'all are seeing a fertility specialist, Susan. I'm like, you guys are about to start a family. So,
we got the cart
yeah,
literally before the horse.
You're not crazy. You're not like out of the blue. I feel like marriage is
he asked you your ring size.
I would have married him last year with a bread tie. But
there you go. Okay.
He's just,
so yeah. So
I like that.
So so there's a couple of big events happening in your lives, and you called us, so we'll give you our thoughts. Ken, I'll give you mine.
I already said no.
And if you disagree with what I'm about to say, my order of events.
I like this.
I don't mind you seeing a fertility specialist and be talking through, but I would not be going forward with anything big decision wise until you're married. And so, because we've talked to already one person on the show that has a 6-month-old with a fiance who she's about to break up with, I think, because Ken was like, he's a loser. He's terrible. He's not great. And I know your fiance or your boyfriend is different, but I'm just saying life happens. Things happen. We get calls on this show all the time. And it's just, it's relationships that end up.
Why are you okay? I'm sorry.
Not,
it's quick. I thought I was going to agree with you. I'm not sure I'm on board with her going through the fertility doctor conversation without a ring on her finger.
My eggs are dying.
I know. So he needs to step up. Tell him that.
I know. Well, I'm okay with I'm okay with them interviewing doctors and like asking the question because they're about to be engaged. I wouldn't go forward. If she wants to freeze her eggs, she can, but I wouldn't actually do anything fertility wise until they're married.
My concern is if you go do that, it's a slippery slope.
It could be. So y'all need to get married, Susan. So
that's what
married, baby, and then married, combined finances, baby, and the baby finance thing can happen right away. Okay. Right. So what I would do if I were you guys is to say, and hopefully out loud, y'all are saying, yes, we're going to get married, right? Like that's a conversation that's being said. And I know he asked for a ring, but do you guys say like, oh yeah, by the end of the year we'll be married? Like, do y'all have a timeline?
No, not really. I mean,
we need a timeline.
We talked the other night, and we don't need anything big. Like
it's great. So we need a timeline.
I could marry you guys on the show. This is why I should get ordained.
Ken really wants to marry someone.
I kind of do.
Okay, so y'all need to make it.
This is what I would in Nashville now.
So number one, I would do timeline of wedding, end of the year. I don't know. It's August. By December we're getting married. Okay.
Yeah.
And then in December, financially, where's everyone at? In December, he has paid off his debt. In December, he's going to have, I'm making this up, Susan, $30,000 of debt, or I'm sorry, of cash, $40,000 in his emergency fund. I don't know. He's going to have this. Susan's going to have worked, and Susan is going to pay off her credit card debt by December.
Yeah, $5,000 in credit card debt.
Susan's going to be kind of working through the next debt. Like, where are you going to be, Susan, in December? And then when you guys get married, now, how much of the money that he has saved, because he's going to go right back to baby step 2 once you guys say I do, and you guys are going to work to pay off the rest of your debt. But he will use his savings to do that after you're married.
How much does he have?
Okay. He's probably got 25,000 saved up now.
Okay, so
by December.
What's your car worth? I know you owe 17.
Well, I don't know. It's probably worth about as much as I owe now.
Okay.
And what do you guys make a year combined?
He actually just had to take a pay cut with a promotion, which is crappy, but it's okay. He makes about 95 now.
Do what?
Yeah.
95.
He makes about 95 now.
What do you make?
And then I'm going to be making probably around 45 if I get to keep the overtime I've been putting in. If not,
what do you
maybe
do?
40.
What do you do?
I'm actually working at just like a manufacturing plant making brackets right now. It pays better than anything. I went to school, got a bachelor's degree, but I have no idea what to do with it.
What did you get a bachelor's degree in? Yeah, well, I got you. I'm going to give you.
I wanted to be a teacher, and then last minute I was like, I don't want to be a teacher. And so I asked my advisor, what can I do with the credits I have to still graduate? And so I have interdisciplinary studies.
The biggest crock of crap in the history of education.
Yeah.
Well, I got it. Okay.
I should have just never went to college.
Hey, can I give you a pre-wedding gift? I'm going to give you my book, Find the Work You're Wired to Do. It has the Get Clear assessment in it. It only takes about 18 to 20 minutes. Please take it. I promise you. I promise you it'll give you some clarity going forward. And if we got to get you back on the show another time to talk about your results, that's fine. But you need to be figuring out, what can I do? And I think there's a lot more that you could do than you realize. I love, by the way, I want to applaud you. I love that you're in a manufacturing plant and you're putting brackets together. I
I've
actually
never done this before, but I'm killing it.
You know what?
I actually like it.
you know what? And that's
And you know
made
what?
my day,
And
actually.
Susan, I'm gonna
There's
be
no
honest.
shame in that.
No, and she wants to stay home eventually with the baby. So I hope you guys get married in December. I hope you get pregnant, and I hope by a year from now,
Make some more
I don't
brackets
know.
and then make some babies.
yeah,
There we go.
And I want y'all debt free, and you
Yeah.
can do it all. And that's what I hope for you, Susan.
I
But
do
but
too.
again, the order is really important,
Yeah.
and where people screw up, not just from like a biblical sense, right? I mean, that's totally fair, but from the data, like what you're saying, when people mess up this order, it gets really difficult
Yes.
from a financial standpoint to start to win, because things happen in life, and we
Yes.
want to just safeguard and be wise, Susan. This is just being
Yeah,
wise.
I think some of his hesitation is like he just recently kind of got his life together. He's always had amazing work ethic, made six figures, if not close to, but he struggled with addiction. And so, I mean, up until about 2.5 years ago, he was spending anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a week on his addiction. And so he's been 2.5 years clean. He's like, I just want to get better. Yeah,
which is
like, he's
which
I
is
just wanna be
admirable.
better.
Yes.
Are y'all doing premarital counseling?
We're going to. We went to some counseling when he was struggling, and I told him, "Hey, get clean or I'm gone."
Yeah.
And he did, and
it's great. Yeah. So you guys can take your time, but don't jump the baby before the wedding either. Okay. So
okay.
be
Thank
wise.
you so much.
Be wise.
Yeah, appreciate you. Wow. It's back to my rant earlier. Just be careful, folks. Be careful who we're marrying. This is the Ramsey Show, where we help you win with your money, your work, and your relationships. I'm Ken Coleman, the lovely, the talented. Rachel Cruze joins me, 888-825-5225. We're here for you. Let's get going. We've got Gary, I hope I'm saying that right, in California. Gary, how can we help?
Yes, you did say that right.
Well, you know I'm hooked on phonics. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of hard work there, Rachel. How can we help today?
So I think we're going to continue the theme with marriage, but it's not my.
It's not yours.
A result of my marriage. No,
that's good.
My
You got a
mom.
break.
So, yeah. So I'm going to try to make it very clear because it's kind of a messy situation. But my mom remarried when I was 10, and they broke up within the same year. And they've kept this on and off relationship of like, I help you, you help me, but totally no benefits. And that just bled in over the last 30 years.
Can you tell us real quick, what does that mean? They help each other, no benefit.
Like financially?
Financially, like my mom's co-signed for cars, filled out forms for him. He'll give her rides, places. Everything but.
Everything but
like cats and dogs.
I see. I
Gotcha.
got you. Okay. Friends, no benefits. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, and then he went and adopted a son when I was 20 years old, so that was about 20 years ago. And she became the babysitter, and just.
This is just a absolutely zero boundaries weird situation. We got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I decided, my mom did too, but for her own reasons, I decided about 1.5 years ago to no longer be active in their lives because there's no boundaries. And, my husband and I worked through the baby steps years ago, and we've worked hard to get to where we're at. We're not wealthy, but we're very comfortable.
Good.
And I don't know, they've never asked me for money, but they, just gave you a snapshot of their financial picture. My stepdad's on disability, and they live in housing. And they don't want to help themselves.
Not together, correct? Are they living together?
Yeah, because it's his son, but...
So they live together?
Not my mom.
Oh, okay. The stepdad and the son. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, sorry. I was in the same confusion. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
But she's recently just stopped deciding to help him with with stuff. And
yep.
and
So she's
doesn't
put up
talk
a
with him.
boundary. And so what's the question for you?
So his stepson, who considers me his big sister, which I feel really bad about because I don't feel the same, reaches out every so often, wants that relationship, begs us to call and speak with him. And for me, their financial storm, their emotional storm keeps bleeding over into our lives, and I can't carry it anymore. And I don't know, as a Christian, like, that's really hard for me to accept that it's okay, but it feels mean.
Okay. I love your heart. Let me ask this. How is your stepdad and his son, how is their financial situation bleeding over into your life, you and your husband? How is that specifically happening?
So one big, and what made me really make the decision just to at least take a break at the very least, I helped them find housing, a place that accepts housing, and I got it through a friend's mom. They broke the rules, and they got evicted, and this is in the middle of tax season. I'm a preparer. He's demanding that I go find him a new home.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
And I said, that's not my problem. You broke the rules.
Yeah.
I don't even have time, even if I wanted to.
I'm in the busiest season of my entire career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Yeah. I just wanted to know, and this is the stepdad that did this.
And not technically even your stepdad, right? I mean, like, there's not even like a legal, I mean, they haven't even been together for 20, 30 years.
And when they were, it wasn't even, it was within a year. Yeah.
It sounds like your mom's unhealthy relationship with him has now become your unhealthy relationship with this man. You know what I mean? It's not even like it's.
But now the stepdad, or whatever we're going to call him, he has honored the boundary, but it sounds like his son is the one that's just calling you just relationally.
How
correct?
old is he, the son?
He's now 19.
Does he ask for money?
No.
Is he manipulative?
He's stuck in the middle.
Yeah, but is he manipulative in any way?
I think emotionally, because he's like, can you call and talk to him? He really want to talk to you. He's sad. Yeah. And I know he's playing the party over
the triangle.
Mm-hmm. I knew there was a reason.
And he probably isn't meaning to. He doesn't know. He's a 19-year-old kid. He grew up with his dad, right? I'm like, he doesn't know any better.
Exactly.
Well, Rachel's probably better at this, so I'll get out of her way. No. Well, here's the thing. I think it's okay for you to tell the young man why you want to put a boundary up. And I think you just, I don't think you smooth talk it. I think you just go, hey, you're stuck in the middle, and I'm sorry. This is not your fault. And I don't want to say anything that makes your dad look bad for my reasons. It has nothing to do with you. I need a boundary of separation in talking to you about the family stuff. Because if he were to just call you and probably say, hey, how's everybody doing? And it was just relational, I have a hunch that you might be okay with that, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you might.
No, I don't think she really cares. I mean, I don't think she cares.
Okay, great.
I mean, and that doesn't make you a bad person. I just think it's this random guy that your mom's attached to.
Well, that's why I'm digging.
Adopts this guy, this
okay,
kid.
Great.
And now
Jerry's
just tell him, like, what is happening? This is not my life.
I can't have a relationship with you. Just say, I can't have a relationship with you, and I'm really sorry for where I'm at in my life. You don't have to explain it, by the way. Because he's not going to like it. That's why I was mining to see. Yeah. Is it that you just don't like when he talks about the dad stuff? Because that's
right. That's right.
But if it's just, I don't need this relationship, you tell him. Okay. There's a great book. I don't know if we have it. Do we have Boundaries by Henry Cloud on site? We do not. You need to get the book Boundaries by our good friend, Dr. Henry Cloud. I'll tell you what, while you're at it, buy Necessary Endings. Read both of those books together, and he will literally in that book coach you through it.
Jerry, do you and your husband have kids?
Yeah, we have a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay. Man.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't think it's too harsh. I mean, I think there has to be a I think it would be cruel to just ghost him, right? I mean,
I agree.
I think you do have to tell him, and just tell him the situation, Jerry, of like, hey, listen, and it's going to be awkward. It's going to be hard. Write it out if you have to kind of stick to a script because you feel bad for the kid, right? And you may, Jerry, and I probably wouldn't make this promise, but in your heart, you may come around in 2 to 3 years, and who knows what his story unfolds. And you guys may end up having a relationship, and you guys may be able to help them and show him what a healthy life looks like, between two married people and kids. I mean, I don't know, but that's not your responsibility. So hear me say that. You don't have responsibility in this. This is strings from your mom's. Yes, you're from your mom's unhealthy relationships that have woven into your life, and to cut those is totally fair. But I think too, having the heart and the spirit to say, God, if there is a place in the future, and if I'm supposed to be in his life, continue to open doors, soften my heart. And you may have a change of heart later in life. But right now, you got 2 kids. You're both working full time. And yeah, I think that's fair. It's going to be an awkward, hard conversation.
We're with you, Gary.
I would say it.
You're a good person. Do what's right for you. Okay, folks, big news. Just, I guess it was Tuesday earlier this week. We launched the Ramsey Show Live. That means we're going out on the road, taking the show to Chicago and Orlando. And I've got right here, fresh off the presses, this is real paper.
It's Ken's favorite thing to do.
It's my favorite sound of all time. The team hates it.
The listeners hate it, but Ken does it.
The listeners don't.
Yeah, they do. They comment, Ken.
Do they really?
I think someone said they comment about the noise.
Is this true?
I'm not even going to do it.
I'm sorry. Rush Limbaugh made it famous. I don't care. I like it. But Orlando and Chicago both sold out.
They're done.
We're going 2 cities, and they are sold out. So if you wanted to see us in Chicago on the 30th of September, sold out. Orlando, sold out. So here's what we want to know. And when we posted, George and you and I are in Chicago together.
Mm-hmm.
George, John, Jade in Orlando. And when we posted our social media thing, it was fun. People were jumping in the comments telling us what city they wanted to come to. So here it is. Where do you want us to come to next? Where do you want? You got to tell us. Give us some feedback.
Let us know in the comments.
You want us to come to the Big Apple?
We'll go.
We like it. Start spreading the news.
A little San Diego.
I'm leaving today.
A little.
No bugs in San Diego.
Yeah,
I like San Diego.
We'll go San Diego.
Dallas.
We'll go Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh, I love Phoenix.
We can go Phoenix.
Listen, get a good football team. Maybe I go to Dallas. All right. Sorry, that was unnecessary.
Vegas.
We
can see the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet's back. All right.
They launched more dates in February.
Of all the shows to see in Vegas, that's not one I would choose.
It will change your life.
I remember that era. It was a good era. But I don't know that I'd want to see that one. But I don't know.
I'll play you some videos at the break.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Rachel just returned.
I'll bring you in.
By the way, girls trip. So go to RamseySolutions.com/events and click on the link in the show notes. And we want you to tell us, this is your chance to vote, America. Do you want us to come to your city? And who wouldn't want me and Rachel and George to come do what we do? It's just going to be so much fun. I can't wait. By the way, fun story. We posted that we were coming to Chicago, and I put on there, bring the deep dish in the video. And can I tell you, Malnati's is bringing deep dish pizza to the Chicago show.
They reached out.
So this could turn into a thing where we go to a city and I basically beg for free food because I'm not above it. I like free food. So
Ken likes free stuff.
I do like the free stuff. I can be bought. It's just, if anybody's wondering, I can. So there you go. It's going to be a lot of fun. What cities, is there a city you would like to go to? If Rachel, what would be your top
Vegas.
3?
I'll go back to Vegas.
Vegas is one. Give me 2 more. Give me Vegas.
I'll go New York City.
I like that.
And let's go Kansas City. Maybe get a little Taylor spotting.
Really?
I don't know. With Travis? I don't know.
Nobody wants to go to Kansas City.
Kansas City's a great city.
It's a great city.
It's a great city.
I just wanted to create some fake controversy. I love Kansas City. Barbecue's amazing. Love Kansas City. Love to go there. Everybody, don't get offended. I was just kidding.
Oh, Packers. Oh, they want us to go.
Green Bay? Now that one I might have to actually say no to. Who? Green Bay? There's like one thing to do in Green Bay.
They live there.
I know. I'm giving him a hard
Just
time.
absolutely.
I'm giving him a hard time.
Absolutely offensive to people sitting right there.
I kid. But it's not a top 5. Right? I'm going to go.
It'd be my 4th.
I'm going to go New York. I'm going to go Miami.
Ah, great one.
And let's go Northeast. I love Boston. That's my 3. Just to mix it up.
Well, we're already in New York. We're kind of already Northeast.
Dude, now you're getting in hot water. You don't tell Bostonians that New York and Boston are they're just very different cities.
Well, I know they're different cities, but the region is the same.
What's easier to get there? We do New York one night.
Going up to Boston?
There you have some chowder.
Okay.
What?
They're telling us to go to callers. Come on. You're talking too long.
I'm really not.
It's the end of the week.
It's fine. America loves it. Andrew is up in Jacksonville. Andrew, how can we help?
My father is in bad health, and he has a vehicle loan. He has not driven in a few months, and he is now confirmed that he's probably never going to drive again.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
Thank you. He owes $16,800 on it. I've taken it to a few lots. CarMax offered like $9,000. My mother, who is in good health, is a co-borrower on it, but she has her own vehicle that's working fine. And so in situations like this, what do you do with this vehicle?
Well, I wonder have you Kelly Blue booked it? Because your CarMax and all those other places, and mostly dealers, they'll try to buy it at wholesale.
Yeah.
What have you Kelly Blue booked it?
I have not.
Okay. I would do that next. You're probably still going to be underwater for it. He probably will. Does he have any other assets? What kind of money do your parents have?
They're well off, I would say.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really know their financial situation, but
So
they're
I
both
would
retired. He has a really good life insurance policy. The medical team told us, he has 3 to 6 months.
Oh my gosh, Andrew, I'm sorry. Oh,
I guess in this case, I would just choose the least amount of effort. Like at this point, you just don't want your mom burning any calories of effort on something like that. With 3 to 6 months to go.
For sure.
If they've got cash.
Yeah. So I would just, if they have $5,000-$6,000, I would just pay the difference and get rid of the car and just be done.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Be done with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because after he passes, that debt will be still owed, right? Like it's going to have to true up with his estate and everything. So you'll have to deal with it one way or the other. So if they do have the cash, but I would go private sale. And again, Andrew, I would probably, to Ken's point, put that maybe on you or one of your siblings to help sell.
Yeah.
Sure.
Private party. Yeah. And then, just take some of their cash and just do the difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because again, this is all this is all new
Does
to us,
he?
so
But he
we're
has life insurance in place. How old is he?
76.
76. Okay. And your mom, do you, as their son and family, do you guys know? You said you don't really know their financial situation. Have you guys had any conversations? I just know with working with families after someone passes and dealing with the estate and dealing with passwords and it's just there's a lot of information that happens, and I just want to make sure you guys are as well informed, just so that the grieving process goes as simple as possible without muddying with money and financial issues.
Right. Thank you for that. Well, our next step is we have scheduled some time with an attorney next week.
Okay.
I do know that there is a trust, but we can't find Dad's will, so we're kind of going through that process. But I know that his life insurance policy will pretty much take care of my mother and everything for the remainder of her life. But this vehicle thing is kind of small things, but it's a detail, and I just didn't know what to do with it.
Yep. So that's what I would do. And if you guys can't find the will, if there has to be another one put in place, I would, because just going through probate and everything, it just makes that whole situation smoother, as much documentation as you guys can have. But I hate that this even has to be a conversation for you all. I'm so sorry.
I understand, but you know what? It's I hope this conversation that we're having right now helps somebody else that's listening.
Yep. Amen. I appreciate that. Oh,
Andrew, you're a strong young man. So sorry. I think at this stage it's getting all the ducks lined up like we've been talking about, and then you and family handle as much as that as you can, so that quality of life is as good as it can be, and let's celebrate. And I hate that you're going through this. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
but
for
we're
calling.
at peace because he's at peace.
That's
That's
good
a
to know.
gift. Yep.
That's good to know. Wow. Thank you for calling and sharing that. Let's go to the debt-free stage in the lobby, and we've got Michael and Stacy joining us. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hey, Ken. Hey, Rachel. How are you?
Doing well.
Where are you guys from?
Maryland. We're from Calvert County, Maryland, right outside Washington, D.C.
Okay, very nice. Right there inside the Beltway. Is
That's
that right? Okay? Very nice. Okay, well, tell us. You're here to do debt-free scream, so give us the stats. How much did you pay off?
We paid off $651,000.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
In about 7 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. And what was the range of income?
We started around $200,000, and then what was it?
We went up to 346.
Went up to 346, and then when we paid off the house, we
back
were
down
to 223.
Oh my gosh! So the house was part of it.
We had a feeling.
Yeah, you gave away the
Well, I know.
punchline.
No,
Yeah, sorry.
we figured.
I was with that much money.
If you said you had $600,000 of credit card debt, I would have
I've heard that on the
judged
show
a little
before,
bit. You know,
but yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, but the house, you guys, unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Is that
Right.
all the house, or was there any consumer debt in that number?
So we had a paid-for rental. Oh
Okay.
no, I'm sorry. We didn't have a paid-for rental. We had a rental for $220,000. We had student loans for $20,000.
Okay.
Credit card $11,000. Second mortgage for $60,000. The home was $340,000.
Okay, yeah, but half of it was everything else.
Look
Y'all,
at you.
how incredible! In 7
Dave
years.
normally says, I'm looking at weird people, but I don't think you're weird. I actually think you guys look very, very well adjusted. Oh, he's weird? That's funny. Stacy's like,
I'm the nerd.
Michael's a little weird.
I was the nerd, for sure.
Well, you look fantastic.
Oh,
so
man.
what do you guys do for a living? Because this income, this is interesting. 200 to 346, back down to 223. What do you guys do?
Yeah, so I'm a retired cop of 27 years.
Okay.
I got an Encore job, so I had the pension coming in, plus my Encore job. And Stacy was...
I was a VP of Communications and Marketing for an association. And
nice.
So what
awesome.
sort of happened was, we had 3 incomes. So we had a pension coming in.
Sure.
We had my Encore job. Right currently I still have it. I'm a fraud investigator with the federal government.
Oh, that's fun.
And then, her job. So we had 3 jobs, 3 incomes coming in. But once we paid off the house... she got to quit her toxic job. So.
Yay, Stacy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
I left, my last day was May 6th.
Okay, so this is fresh.
Yeah.
That's why you look like you're levitating.
Very. I'm still not, it feels odd. Like I still haven't.
Yeah. You're debt-free
recovered.
and toxic company-free. That's a double whammy.
That's a double win.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with myself. So
Yeah.
I just bought your book because I'm like, well, now I'm going to see what else I'm wired for.
I'll read.
I can
Okay,
tell you.
What happened 7 years ago that caused you guys to think we want to pay all of this off plus the house, which is crazy?
I literally was laying in bed one night and we make all this money. Where is it all going? And we're in debt. What's going to happen to us in retirement? And I literally was having heart palpitations. And I got on the internet, how to get out of debt. And guess whose face shows up is your dad.
Papa Dave.
That's right. Papa Dave
Punch
showed
it
up.
from the Google.
Well, he's winning the algorithms. He's winning the algorithm.
So he was yelling at somebody about having a car. I like the old Dave when he's yelling at people. But anyways, he's nice now. But
you should be sitting next to him when he does it. A lot of fun.
You started watching like YouTube clips. Is that what? Or just
got hooked on YouTube.
Okay.
And then, so I had a long commute to work. I worked in Baltimore from, Calvert County to Baltimore was like an hour and 15 minutes. And I did that for, quite a long time.
By the way, that's literally the highway to hell. Can we agree? That area is just, I mean.
It's not, it's not my favorite area, right?
I know, you're being very
I wasn't a cop well, that's a whole other story, but that commute.
Yeah, you have a different perspective on that statement.
Listen, I could tell you stories, but I'm going to go past the 9 minutes. So
keep going.
Yeah, but I mean, during that drive, I was introduced to the podcast. And I listened to the podcast, and Dave was like on my podcast every day to work and from work.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh.
And that got you fired up.
And that was 7 years ago. So yeah, we're talking like 2018-ish.
So do you
from there?
So do you come home and tell Stacy about this guy who's yelling at people? And Stacy, what was your reaction to this?
He kind of got into it before I did. He kind of had to convince me, but because I was like, "Oh, who is this? And what is
who is
this
guy? What?
Right.
But the more I started listening to it, I was like, "Oh, God, this makes sense, right? Like, this really makes sense." And so I kind of got on board. So he was the instigator. I was a little bit hesitant at first, but then I was like, well, yeah, this makes total sense. And then once you started to see the progress, right?
Yeah.
And the good things happening, it's like, oh man, we could do this,
It's actually,
it's
working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
So what do you tell people from your journey is the key to getting out of debt?
People come up and say, the budget. Yes, the budget is important, and yes, lifestyle changes and sacrifice is important. But one key thing I think is like people say, "Oh, obsession. You're obsessed with this." Obsession is not a bad thing as long as you don't put it before God and your family. You can get obsessed and focused on something to get it done. Like baby steps 1, 2, and 3. Was like, my hair was on fire.
Oh, that's what happened.
Well, hold on, that might be a bad analogy. Me and Dave
it.
have a lot of common in there.
Yeah.
But steps 1, 2, and 3, like super focused, super concentrated on. But steps 4, 5, and 6, it's more like a long distance run.
Yep.
And finally it's over. This marathon's over.
Okay, so how many years was paying off the house? Because you guys paid off, close to what, 200, 300 of consumer, and then you went into the house. So how long was that? What was the journey?
Honestly, we got rid of the consumer debt fairly quickly, like 18 months or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it was all house.
Okay, so about the last 5 years or so was just throwing. And how did you guys do it? Because people ask this a lot.
Yeah.
Because people do it different ways. Mm-hmm. Did you guys do a specific, extra mortgage payments, like a goal per year or per month? Like, what did that look like?
So essentially, any extra money, like Dave says, you have extra money coming in, throw it at the house. So any overtime money, and also remember, I got another job with the pension coming in. We didn't even touch the pension. We just, whatever check came in at the beginning of the month, you just went straight to the house.
Okay.
Straight to the house, extra principal. Yeah.
That's
and
nice.
We took our foot off the gas. Baby steps 4, 5, and 6. We took our foot off the gas. Went to like vacation and stuff like that.
Yep, which you should do.
We treated ourselves a little
which
bit.
is great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay, and daughter over here, I see. Yes.
Yep. She's been part of it.
How old is she?
She is 14.
14. Yes.
She'll
Come
be
on,
15.
come on.
Who
You're
is this?
beautiful.
I know.
Beautiful,
Who is
taller
this?
than me.
Who is this? This is
Quinn.
Quinn. Okay.
And how old is Quinn?
Quinn's 14 years old.
Oh my.
Okay, she doesn't have a mic, so it's going to be hard. But I'll have your parents. What was the process?
What was the process?
Having a teenager in the house? How did all that work? Was all that? How did the family dynamic work?
She was really kind of on board. I mean, she's still a teen, right?
Sure,
She still loves shopping and everything, but we all kind of gave up a little bit and sacrificed a little. And she definitely did her fair share of sacrificing clothing.
She understood the budget.
Yes,
nails,
and y'all talked about it. It was open, and you, as a family, this was the goal, and as a family, we were doing this.
So and it was easier to talk about like giving her the perspective of this is why it's going to be worth it in the future, right?
Yes.
We are baby step millionaires, multimillionaires now. So
congratulations on that. Well, you've set a great legacy and a great example for Quinn, and hopefully she'll find a debt-free guy.
Oh, she already knows. Yeah.
I'm with you, Dad. I feel you, man. I got it. All right. Well, that is so cool. Well, you guys ready? Is she like the cool teenager? I've got a 16-year-old. Are you going to really scream here, or is this going to be cool, Quinn?
They're asking if you're going to scream or you'd be too cool to scream.
Oh, I'm going to scream.
Yes, Quinn.
I love it. Okay.
We love a dedicated team.
Let's do it. So we've got Michael, Stacy, and Quinn in the Annapolis Beltway area of Maryland. Paid off $651,000 over 7 years, making from $200 up to $346, back down to $223, and they are free. Let's hear your debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt free!
Yeah! All right. Well done. Very nice. She joined in.
So great.
How fun.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And that's a long time.
Time.
That's some perseverance right there.
Yes.
And the
they
obsession, it's what you got to do. You got to stay focused.
So great.
Oh, and it's what they did. Incredible family. Absolutely incredible.
Our scripture of the day comes from Proverbs 17, verse 17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. And our quote of the day, I think, was hijacked by Rachel Cruze, a well-known Swiftie. This is from her boyfriend,
From
Travis
Taylor?
Kelce.
Oh, from Trav.
One of the greatest tight ends of all time. Got to give him some love. He's not just her boyfriend. If you don't care about the guy next to you, he says, 1, you're a terrible teammate, actually. 2, you're never going to win. There we go.
Oh.
Travis, way to go.
Pretty life-changing.
Thanks, Travis. Maybe Travis should stick to football and not quotes. I don't know. But it was good. There's a nugget of truth there. Melanie from Connecticut is joining us. Melanie, how can we help?
Hi, how are you?
We're doing well. What's going on with you today?
Good. So I have a concern. I have a situation I've been dealing with for a few years now. And I'm at a point where I don't think I'm okay with it continuing, and I think it will continue. And the basics of it is, how can I get my husband to get our older son to pay for his own bills?
How old is your son?
He just turned 21. I've been asking my husband to, get him to pay for his own bills, nothing else, his own bills, since he was 18. He's been fully employed since he was 16. Doesn't really manage his money very well, gets into unnecessary debt. Has been having trouble keeping a job, will not do, my husband and I both have a full-time and then do part-time gigs, and he just cannot handle that. He's not a student. And so because the bills are not under his name, when he doesn't have a job or he's underemployed, it doesn't face him because they're under our name.
What bills does he have?
Car insurance and cell phone.
Does he live with you all?
He does.
Okay.
And he's been full time. So he starts at 16. I feel like it's relevant. So give me a little latitude here. Why is he full time work at 16 and not in high school?
No. He had his part-time job when he was 16. He graduated and has had a full-time thing.
Gotcha.
Because that sounds responsible. I mean, you know what I mean? Like the trajectory sounds good.
What kind of work has he been doing?
He started with, like coffee shops and mechanic work. That part is okay. The issue I find is that because the bills are not under his name, the actual papers that come in under his name, he doesn't have the will or willingness or need to pay them. And my husband, ask him to pay it. I remind him. We fight about it. Nothing happens.
All right. So let me ask you this: if they're in his name, If he did not pay a cell phone bill, then they would turn the cell service off, yes?
Correct.
So why don't we just let that happen?
Because it's one of those family plans, and so it affects me.
Right, but can we not get him on his own? Like he's not on the family plan, he's on his own plan. He's 21. First of all, he shouldn't be living at home anymore. And I know what's going on here. This is a marriage issue. Because your husband is just not willing to make this kid.
What's your husband's reasons? What does he say?
You know what? I have a lot of compassion for my husband. We took a trip to his home country a few years back, and I know where he comes from. You know, he comes from a lot of need and poverty, and you know, part of it, I think, it has made him the man he is. He's a lovely man, hard worker.
He just wants to take care of his family because he's able to now. And so there's, that makes sense. So I think realizing, and I will say, Melanie, I'll give you like a little bit of just like breathing room. I mean, he's 21. If he was 30, you know what I mean? Like from an age perspective, he's young. He's 21.
I agree.
He doesn't have his feet up under him from a job standpoint. He didn't go to school. Is that right? No degree, which is fine. I was just clarifying. So we need to find, so as parents, and I don't have a 21-year-old, so I will say that. As parents, I would think stepping in and helping him find himself, learning, what am I good at? A lot of Ken's material is so good at this, but being an assistant to help him long-term figure out a career path that's going to help him instead of him jumping from coffee shop to coffee shop. Let's actually sit down and create a game plan together so he has some stability and direction. And then once that happens, that's good for him from a dignity standpoint. And then we're going to fly and we're going to have to learn how to be an adult, right? But I don't know.
Is he racking up debt with credit cards or anything like that?
Nothing crazy. The biggest thing that he has is his car payment, which is pretty high. So a little bit of backstory. Both of our kids, we gave them a car when they were 16, a beat-up car. Like I think we spent more than $1,000 on the cars.
Sure.
For them to be able to do the part-time job, the school, all that stuff. And so he wanted to buy the flashy card, and I said no. I said absolutely not. My husband was going to co-sign for it. I said no. And so then he still went on and did it when he was about 19. And my husband said, so because he was so young, the car insurance was going to be up to the roof. So my husband kind of like agreed to put him under our car insurance so it will be a lower rate. And, you know, that's fine for a little while until he gets some, you know, credit X. But he hasn't. It's your name.
Yeah,
no, I get it. I think this
y'all
is
need some time frames. Y'all need to put a plan in place. This is just floating around.
I agree, but you cannot put a plan in place if you guys aren't in agreement on the plan. And the fundamentals of this plan are: you're very nice. He seems like a very good man, but you guys are not operating from the same system on this situation with this kid, your kid. So you have one view. I think it needs to be this. I think he needs to be doing this. Your husband has a completely different view, and it's understandable. Rachel wrote a great best-selling book. I'm looking at it right now. Know Yourself, Know Your Money. In fact, I'm going to give you Rachel's book because I actually want both of you to read this. I think it is actually it's a fundamental book for couples who aren't on the same page about money. Before you get on the same page, you got to be able to understand each other. He comes from a scarcity view.
100%.
She wrote a book on it. I'm going to give you the book. I'll let her speak to it, but I'll segue to Rachel. But here's what I'm getting at. This is a marriage problem. In other words, we're just not communicating well and aligned in this particular part of marriage, which is our 21-year-old son. I think getting with a professional therapist where it's safe, everybody's psychologically safe, and we can get to the root of this so that you understand your husband and you have compassion for him, but you need to understand. And then he needs to understand how you feel.
Yeah.
And then let a professional who's unbiased walk you through where the boundaries need to be here. And then and only then, Rachel, do I think we establish a plan.
Yeah. And I think, sitting down and you guys figuring out what's the end goal. And my assumption is, I could be wrong, is that we want our son to be successful in life, right? Be on his own. Like I think every parent,
Yeah.
That's the end goal. And so how do we get there? And to Ken's point, how we get there is navigating two totally different routes. And we don't want that. Yeah. And so for you and your husband, to sit down. And if you need a third party, bringing someone in, yes, do that. But figuring out, okay, what is the best way to get him from where he is now, not very responsible, not really holding down a job. He's 21. How do we help assist in helping him flourish as an adult?
Right. And I think what Rachel said is so smart. I want to applaud you because I think it's a mix between total tough love and total grace. The husband is all grace and mercy, and you're like...
get him out. He's working at 16.
Right. He needs to be paying his insurance at 19. And so I think there is a balance there, Rachel.
Yep.
I
absolutely.
agree with you.
Absolutely. But you and your husband get on that same page, and I think your hearts are both in a good spot. But remember, we wanting to help him, not harm him, is the goal. And if you go your husband's route all the way, I think that's more harm than good.
So hang on the line. Kelly's going to get you a copy of Rachel's #1 bestseller, Know Yourself, Know Your Money. Each of you read it, and I'd share it with your son. Let him read it. Figure this thing out. Then we're all on the same page as a family.
Up next, we are headed out to Chicago and Orlando for the Ramsey Show Live. Yep, you heard me right. We are taking this show to you. This is going to be everything you love about the Ramsey Show, except you get to be a part of it.
Part of what, George?
The Ramsey Show Live, Ken. That's what I'm telling them about. Right
Ramsey Show Live in here?
Nope, we're doing it on the road. You're going to Chicago with me and Rachel Cruze September 30th. Are you free?
The Windy City. I like it that time of year. You know what else I like, George? I like the deep dish.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll have some deep dish. You mind if I finish the promo? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Appreciate that. Questions and answers, real conversations, and I'm sure a few surprises here and there.
George, are you in here talking about TRS Live?
I am, Jade. I'm trying to talk about it.
Nice. So that means it's actually happening, right?
It's happening. If I could tell the people, I think it could actually come to fruition.
Listen, just tell me when and where.
You don't know? Okay, we're going to Orlando. You're going to join Dr. John Deloney and I October 2nd.
Yes. Okay, great. I'm going to go pack now. Thanks, George.
Please do that. Go. Pack.
Hey, George, speaking of packing, is this like sweater weather or is it not that cold yet in Chicago?
What is happening? Can I please just get to how they buy the tickets?
Jeez, I thought it was a good question.
Okay. This is not an arena tour. This is a one-night-only event in Chicago and Orlando. General admission is only $39, plus there's a VIP experience if you're bougie like that. But here's the thing. There's only 300 seats available, so get your tickets now at RamseySolutions.com/events.
Hey, how come you get to go to both cities?
I just go where they tell me, man. Hey, have you been there the entire time?
Maybe.
Okay, and also, are you reading a children's book?
I'm expanding my mind, George.
That's how we got those PhDs.
Yeah, that's probably where you got that jacket.
Okay. See you on the road, John.